Advice Pod. My name is Kyle. This is Raysean. This is Noah.
Yo!
And we are going to be doing an r/productivity today, which I didn't realize was a Reddit that I belong to, but apparently I do. It says here, should I feel guilty playing video games after just being laid off?
Remember to like the video.
Thank you, Raysean. I'm a 27-year-old man with a wife and daughter. Got laid off from my job today. Wasn't my fault, so obviously I can get unemployment benefits. I have a very comfortable amount of money saved and no rent. The job loss has been very emotional for me since I like the job. I don't feel ready yet to jump into another job immediately. I want to take a break for a couple of months to figure out what I want to do next. I plan to go hiking every day and go on small trips, but also at home, I've been playing video games like I usually did, even when I was working. But now a sense of guilt/shame comes over me while I do it. Should I be feeling guilty? And what's the best way to live after being laid off to not get depressed? Should I take a break before immediately applying for jobs? You boys ever been laid off?
I haven't been laid off, but I've quit jobs and I have like another job planned. So I've had that period of like having to find a new job. I just recently, like my last time I quit, had like money saved up, so I didn't necessarily have to jump and find a new job. So that was kind of nice. I will say, man, a lot of that is mental. Which you really you seem like the type of person that really just needs to be feeling like they're doing something. So I feel like you need to kind of find something like you can volunteer while you're doing like looking for a job if you kind of want to like still not go to work and kind of wait it out a little bit, or maybe you should kind of try to jump right back into applying for jobs and get back into it, because sometimes that like wanting to like do something, that work ethic is something you have to do. Like there's some people who like cannot stay in the house. Like my brother right now recently had like a car accident and he has to stay home and he hates it. He can't do it.
Yeah,
but
he's having a tough time with it.
Personally,
for reference, he got hurt in a car accident at work. So it's like not something he was off doing on the weekends. He was working the job. He got like side smashed T-bones pretty much, right? And he now has to stay home and he's having a tough time with it.
He don't like staying home. Me personally, I'm more of a at-home body. I like staying home and I hate that I have to work. So it's just crazy.
Work is bullshit. I think you hit on something very interesting though. I think this dude does have to have some level or some sense of achievement going on in his life, because the telltale sign to me at least is he belongs to a fucking Reddit community called r/productivity. I think this was just auto suggesting me today. I don't think I'm a part of it. Maybe I am now. I forget if I joined or not, but I didn't even realize this was the thing. This guy belonged to it and probably trolled through there for like some productivity hacks or whatever. So he's feeling guilty because through no fault of his own, you know, his ability to not even his ability to provide for his family. He's still going to get unemployment. He's feeling guilty because he feels like he should be doing more. And he addresses the fact that he's sad and he had a cool job that he really liked and he doesn't know like what to do next. Man, if you've got savings, if you've got no rent, if you've got unemployment for 6 to 12 months, depending on the circumstances, why would you feel guilty? That said, though, like Raysean said, you need to find something else to kind of fill that productivity outlet, at least a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's like little fucking house projects or like little dumbass podcasts like we make, whatever it is to keep you focused on getting tasks done. Maybe they don't necessarily relate to your work or your endeavor or your pursuit to find a new job, but you got to keep something. You got to fill that void somewhere. So look for something like that. That'll help you still get that sense of accomplishment. But should you feel guilty for playing video games after you just unexpectedly lost a job you really liked and you're financially secure in the meantime? No, dude, you shouldn't feel guilty about playing video games at all.
Yeah, especially you added in the fact that you play about the same amount of time that you did when you were working. So I mean,
it's not like it went from 2 or 3 hours a day to like 8 to 12 hours a day, right?
So I mean, like.
Hopefully not, anyway.
Well, you never know.
I relate to a lot of what the guy said because, like, I had a lot of guilt after So my guitar teacher the other day, no, my guitar teacher the other week dropped me, like just completely. At some point, he just straight up said, I was like halfway through the session, by the way, we didn't even finish the session. And he said, you know what, Noah, this isn't worth my time, actually.
Oh,
Damn.
As a former guitar teacher myself, I know how frustrated that guy was with you. How did it feel though? It must have been like a punch in the gut, huh?
It was no, because I wasn't punched in the gut. I was surprised because like literally like 2 minutes before he's like, good, you're making progress. Nice. Like like
A switch flip.
Your
dude.
money
You hit,
your money ran out in his mind. He was like, you
yeah,
know what?
your debit card
No.
got declined or something.
no, like it was insane because like I wasn't even like playing. Him and I were listening to the song that we were gonna learn. And we were listening to the song that we were learning, and like, so he's like, "Yeah, so can you pull out your phone and play the song?" And I was playing, "Everlong" by the Foo Fighters because he's teaching me that. And I play it, and we're like both listening to it. I close my eyes for like 1 second just to like absorb the music, and then he turns off the song and he goes, "You know what, Noah? I'm sorry, I love you, but this just isn't worth my time. So you may leave."
Well, you closed your eyes. He probably thought you was probably making a pass up. I don't.
Were you taking your lessons at a music studio or like a private lesson at someone's house or something?
His apartment, yes.
Oh man,
That is so funny. I'm sorry.
What a rude fucking way to do it though. In the middle of the session, you should have got to the end and had that conversation. Like, I don't think they're progressing or whatever I thought your expectations were going to be. Should have had that conversation at the end, but.
And I'm not bad at the guitar. Like, I want people to know that. Like, that's actually like you can look at my fucking songs on YouTube and stuff. Like, I'm not bad at the guitar at all. It's just that like it was made it more surprising. Like, oh, so is it the song that you hate, Mr. Guitar Teacher, whatever? And he's like, no.
Hey, maybe he didn't know how to play it.
And I'm like, did I do something wrong? And he's like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
This guy is so funny. I'll be laughing.
So afterwards I leave. I'm like determined to become the best fucking guitar player in the world, just to spite him. And I end up learning the song already on my own.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want me to teach it to you at the end of the segment? I'll give you a quick little tutorial.
Well, thank you, but maybe I'll take that up on another time. But like, after that lesson, though, I didn't play the guitar later that night. The next day I did, but there are times where ever since then, I feel guilty for not keeping my own practicing up because it's like now it's like if I'm ever bad, like I don't even know what he fucking meant by that. I'll never know. Like I'll fucking never know if it was like I actually did something wrong or like if I'm actually a lazy guitar player or if it's like or do like it's like I have to prove him wrong now, but that's also a very toxic mindset to have. So it's like
we had a whole segment the other day about how spite keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. So I understand.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it did motivate me, but I still have that guilt from honestly doing a very normal human thing and just having little energy or just like doing things, having an emotional problem, which is procrastination. So like, I completely get what he's saying. And I think that it's never like a thing where you want to tell yourself to like never play video games. And I think he puts a lot of pressure on himself to tell everybody, oh, I'm hiking, I plan to do this with my time. And it's like, like
take a couple of days, think about it,
Yeah, it's good that it's good, yeah, that you're doing that stuff to go hiking and stuff. It's good that you like have that as like a plan, but there's no pressure. And there's no pressure. There's just what honestly do you want to do? There's what is honestly making you feel better. And I know that there's so much like balance between discipline and like what you want to do in life, but I personally find so much pressure in the stuff that I like and I care about already that I don't find any productivity in feeling guilty for just doing my normal things, video games, watching TV, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I think what this kid's not really considering is that, especially now that he doesn't have the thing to counteract or counterweigh against it, which would be his full 40-hour-a-week job. Now that he doesn't have that thing to be like, I got 40 hours worth of work done. He's like, oh shit, I played video games for 2 hours today. I'm a loser. I didn't even look for a job. I didn't even touch my resume. I didn't apply to one post. Like, dude obviously is overly critical of himself. So, me one more time, Noah. I swear to God.
I'm nodding in agreement.
I know. But your always do that thing to me where I go, why the fuck are you me?
I'm going to go to Reddit and be like, am I the asshole for nodding in agreement with my friend? And I go, like,
you can post the segment as proof so people can know if you're an asshole. Hey, that might be a nice way to market this podcast, considering everything we do to market this podcast is not on Reddit. We do not.
Fucking... God damn, I'm surprised that nobody like does that to you in real life though, because I have like a ton of friends who just go, yeah.
I would smack my friends in the fucking mouth. This.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we talking about again? This guy's not an asshole. He's not an asshole for playing video games. I shouldn't feel guilty for playing video games.
Yeah.
r/productivity is a weird Reddit that we're gonna have to dive into maybe more in the future, because I am one of those people too. Like, I have to get things done unless and I say that as a person who struggles with like the most I'm not going to say the most devastating a severe case, we'll say that I deal with like a lot of depression issues, and I have days where I can't get shit done. But the way that I've managed to structure my life over the last few years, I guess, I don't know, there is that sense of like, I need to get these things done, and if I don't, I mean, I just always get them done, but I assume the world will end if I don't. So when people place a lot of value in productivity, it can definitely be, and I say this as a person who's had contract jobs where it's like, hey, we're going to pay you to fucking sit at home for 3 months because, you know, whatever the work situation is, happened to be during COVID. Like, COVID happened, everything shut down. I was signed on a contract for 6 more months. And they basically just accepted the fact that they had to pay me for another 6 months, and I was just going to sit around and I'm still attempting to do the job, but they knew that I wasn't going to net them anything, and I didn't, because nobody was moving jobs at the end of 2020. So as somebody who like relates to that need to be productive, yeah, I think this guy's just getting a little bit too into his own head about it. But
yeah,
we will see. We'll see, man. Hopefully he bounces back sooner rather than later. My heart is with this 27-year-old male with a wife and a daughter who just wants to play some video games.
Which, by the way, he's already lucky already. Like, that's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've got no rent, and you've got some savings, and you've got unemployment. Dog, do not beat yourself up. This is when you're supposed to play video games.
Yeah, like at that point, it sounds like he is magnifying the problem there. Like, he's magnifying his emotion, which is feeling guilty, feeling lazy, that he did just play video games all day, and just kind of like ignoring the fact that he just listed all the good things in his fucking day, all the good things in his life, all the good circumstances that he's in, that like it doesn't matter even if he was unproductive today, or even if he's unproductive for a week, it like, he's not asking the question, what should I do for like my mental health? He's asking, am I a bad person?
Yeah. And the fact that you're even cognizant enough to have to like it, or to know to ask yourself that question, not ask yourself that question. That question is maybe an extreme reaction to the idea of guilt if you're not being productive. But like the idea that that kid's having that kind of internal monologue with himself, it's a good sign. I don't think anybody like that will let themselves get lazy forever. So just relax, dude. Get your fucking feelings back. Figure out what you want to do next. You've got money. You've got no rent. You've got a wife and daughter, and you got your motherfucking video games. All right.
Just gonna say, unless he's playing Fortnite, in which case he's a fucking loser. He should get out of my fucking face. Go to the fucking gulag. We will send you away. You do not deserve to be here.
Wow. One of my best friends plays Fortnite, so I can't stand by Noah's statement, but I've never played it myself, and it seems like everything that you just said. So make sure you like the video, comment your thoughts down below on if this dude's a motherfucking loser or if he's having a very rational response to a shitty situation. And we'll come back here tomorrow for some relationship advice where, it's about the secret kids. Oh, no. How do we tell our not secret kids that there's a secret kid? You'll have to tune in tomorrow. Advice.
And don't be a butt cheek.
Can you cut this part out? My roommate had that problem too, actually.
Jesus, no, you just stepped on the tag. It's in now. Sorry, roommate.
Boom.
It was a joke, everybody. For the sake of Noah's roommate, it was a joke.